For thousands of years, the galaxy believed Earth was harmless. Alien empires mapped the stars, judged worlds, and marked Earth as low threat. Humans had no great fleets, no glowing superweapons, and no hunger for conquest. To the galaxy, Earth was just another quiet planet, slowly drifting through space. But silence can hide many things. Far beneath Earth's surface, deeper than any human city, something ancient rested. It was not asleep. It was waiting. Across the galaxy, deep space sensors suddenly failed. One by one, long-range scanners went dark. Star lanes fell silent. Communication relays stopped sending signals. At first, the alien councils thought it was a simple error. Then the old alarms began to wake. Ancient databanks, untouched for ages, started to glow. Forgotten star charts unlocked themselves. A warning, written in dead languages, appeared on many alien screens. The Guardian stirs. On Earth, no alarms rang. No ships launched. The skies stayed calm. Humans continued their lives, unaware that the planet itself had begun to change. Deep underground, massive stone and metal structures slowly shifted. Power older than history flowed through hidden chambers. A heartbeat echoed through the planet. Slow, deep, alive. The ground trembled for just a moment. Not enough to cause fear. Not enough to raise questions. But enough to send a signal into the void. Far away, in the heart of the galaxy, ancient beings felt it. Fear. They remembered stories they wished were false. A protector built not for war, but for judgment. A force sealed away when the galaxy was young. And now it was waking. Deep beneath Earth, two massive eyes opened in the darkness. The silence had ended. The signal from Earth spread faster than fear. Across distant star systems, alien leaders searched their oldest records. Most files were broken. Many were erased on purpose. But a few survived, locked behind warnings no one dared open. They all told the same story. Long before the great empires rose, before borders and wars, Earth was already watched. Not because humans were powerful, but because they were different. They built slowly. They fought hard. And when they gained strength, they chose restraint. That choice changed everything. On Earth, deep beneath the crust, the ancient chamber fully awakened. The Guardian did not rise. It remembered. It remembered the promise humans made when the galaxy burned long ago. They could have used it to rule. They did not. Instead, humans sealed the Guardian away. They erased all proof. They allowed the galaxy to believe Earth was weak, vulnerable, easy. The Guardian accepted this choice. Above ground, governments received a signal hidden inside Earth's own systems. It was not loud. It did not demand attention. But those who saw it understood instantly. The secret was no longer sleeping. World leaders gathered in silence. No speeches. No panic. Only truth. Humanity had never been defenseless. It had simply chosen patience. Far away, alien councils began to argue. Some wanted to flee. Others wanted to strike before it was too late. But the oldest among them spoke only one sentence. It has awakened because it was needed. Deep underground, the Guardian shifted again. Energy flowed like a living river around it. The chamber walls glowed with ancient symbols. For the first time in thousands of years, the Guardian prepared to speak, not to the galaxy, but to Earth. And when it did, everything would change. The message did not use words. It moved through space as a deep vibration, slow and heavy, like a giant heartbeat. Every advanced sensor in the galaxy detected it at the same time. Ships stopped in mid-flight. Weapon systems powered down without command. Artificial minds froze, unable to understand what they were sensing. Fear spread faster than light. Ancient empires that had never known defeat went silent. Leaders stared at their screens as forgotten symbols appeared. Symbols older than their civilizations. The meaning was clear. The Guardian was active. In distant star systems, war fleets turned away from Earth. Some retreated. Others powered down and waited. No one wanted to be the first to challenge what had awakened. On Earth, the oceans remained calm. Cities glowed as always. Humanity saw no change in the sky. But in secure chambers, human leaders listened as the Guardian's message finally reached them. It was simple. I am awake. No threat, no command, just truth. The Guardian remembered the past clearly. It remembered when the galaxy almost destroyed itself. It remembered how humans stood between two dying empires and chose sacrifice over power. That was why it existed. Across the stars, an ancient council met for the first time in centuries. The oldest among them spoke, with shaking voices. They confirmed what many feared. The Guardian was not a weapon. It was a judge. And judgment had never favored those who ruled by fear. Deep beneath Earth, massive systems unlocked. Energy flowed outward, touching the edges of space. The Guardian did not attack. It simply let itself be known. That was enough. For the first time in galactic history, the galaxy did not look at Earth as prey. It looked at Earth with fear and respect, and the Guardian began to move. The Guardian's movement was slow, but nothing could stop it. Deep beneath Earth, ancient doors opened after thousands of years. Stone, metal, and energy folded away as if they were alive. The Guardian rose, not in anger, but with purpose. Its massive form was hidden from human eyes, yet its presence was felt across the planet. Every system on Earth stabilized. Power grids stopped failing. Storms weakened. Even the planet's magnetic field grew stronger. It was as if Earth itself had taken a deep breath. Human leaders watched in silence. There was no fear among them, only calm. This moment had been planned long ago, passed down as a final truth among a few. Humanity had never built the Guardian to fight for them. They built it to stand for them. Across the galaxy, alien fleets tracked the Guardian's energy as it moved upward, leaving Earth's core and entering space. No weapons fired. No shields rose. Entire armadas drifted aside, giving it room. Old records warned them not to interfere. The Guardian reached orbit and stopped. It turned slowly and looked back at Earth. For a moment, the galaxy believed it would leave forever. Instead, it sent one final signal to the planet. Your watch is over. Mine begins. Then the Guardian turned toward the stars. Alien councils panicked. Some begged for peace. Others denied what they were seeing. But all of them understood one truth. Earth had never been weak. It had been patient. As the Guardian accelerated into deep space, its energy lit entire star lanes. Worlds that once planned to invade Earth now scrambled to defend themselves. Not from humanity, but from what humanity had trusted awake only when the galaxy crossed a line. And somewhere in the dark, an empire refused to listen. The Guardian did not rush. It moved through space with calm certainty, passing stars and fleets as if they were dust. Wherever it went, battles stopped. Long wars ended without a single command. Fear alone was enough. Most empires chose silence. But one did not. The Varkan Dominion had ruled through force for centuries. They crushed worlds, erased species, and believed power was proven only through conquest. To them, the Guardian was a challenge, not a warning. Their fleets formed a wall of steel and fire. Weapons charged. Shields flared bright across space. The Dominion's leaders believed numbers would save them. They were wrong. The Guardian stopped before the fleet. It did not raise a weapon. Instead, space itself seemed to bend around it. Light dimmed. Sound vanished. Time felt heavy. A message spread across every Varkan ship. You were warned. The Guardian showed them their past. Worlds burning. Civilizations screaming. Promises broken. The weight of their actions crushed their minds. One by one, Varkan weapons shut down. Then the Guardian acted. It did not destroy the fleet. It erased their ability to wage war. Engines failed forever. Weapons turned to dead metal. The Dominion was left powerless, forced to face the world it had harmed. Across the galaxy, leaders watched in terror. This was not mercy. This was judgment. The Guardian sent a final message. Heard by all. Power without restraint ends here. The stars seemed brighter after that. Safer. The Guardian turned away from the broken fleet and continued its path. There were no cheers. No celebration. Only quiet understanding. Humanity had given the galaxy something rare. A protector that did not conquer. And a reminder that peace, once broken too far, would always be answered. Only one question remained. Why had the Guardian chosen humanity in the first place? The Guardian slowed near the center of the galaxy. Stars burned softly around it, old and steady. This was the place where everything had once almost ended, where the first great war had nearly destroyed all life. The Guardian remembered that moment clearly. It remembered humanity. Long ago, when humans were new to the stars, they were offered power. Ancient beings showed them the designs of weapons that could rule the galaxy. Humanity listened and refused. They saw what endless war would bring. Instead, humans asked for something else. They asked for balance. They asked for a force that would not serve rulers, armies, or empires, but truth. A guardian that would wake only when the galaxy forgot the cost of cruelty. That choice sealed humanity's fate. The Guardian was built with human hands and ancient knowledge, but its purpose came from a human promise. Humans did not want to be feared. They wanted life to survive. Across the galaxy, the Guardian sent its final message. Humanity was not chosen for strength. Images filled the minds of leaders everywhere. Humans rebuilding after loss, helping weaker worlds, walking away from wars they could have won. Humanity was chosen for restraint. The message ended and something changed. Alien empires opened borders. Old enemies spoke. Worlds once afraid of Earth now sought its guidance, not as rulers, but as equals. The Guardian returned to the edge of human space. It did not land. It did not sleep. It watched. Earth continued its quiet orbit, unchanged on the surface. But the galaxy saw it differently now. Not as weak, not as dangerous, but as trusted. And in the deep silence of space, the Guardian stood ready so that humanity would never need to rule through fear. Because the greatest power humanity ever showed was knowing when not to use it.